Hello, my friend. Are you ready to have more clients? I'm your host, Debbie Shadid. I am a master at building businesses. I can help you get more clients with super simple strategies. Plus, I can help you with a mindset so you can overcome the drama and the doubt. So let's get started. Welcome to the Women's Business Success Show. I'm super excited in the first week of my series, my summer series, where I am bringing in guests that are going to help you guys grow you so you can grow your business. I've picked some really great people that are going to help us think outside of our business, but putting the pieces together outside of our business will fuel our business growth. So I first want you to meet my friend, Tracy. Welcome. Tell me
Thank
about your
you.
business. Yeah, tell me what you
Yes.
do.
I have since 2008 helped women simplify and organize their lives. So their homes, their offices, their digital life, all areas of life.
Wow. Okay. So just people that are a hot mess, or can you be sort of pulled together and still need this? I'm just curious.
Oh, totally both. And it's so interesting because some people just love organizing and they have most of their life organized, but yet maybe their paper's not organized and they always want to do better and learn more. So I have those type of people, but then people who are just feel like they've dug themselves a hole and they're just feeling so stuck and overwhelmed too.
Okay. So tell me about who the person is that comes to you most often and what is their problem?
Their problem is that they feel stuck. They're not sure where to go. They're not sure what to start with. They have disorganized spaces in their house. If it's with their business, they have so many ideas and they have scraps of paper everywhere and they have they're wasting time not able to find things and they just don't know what to do. That's really going to make the big difference because they try something and they find a new planner or they, hear of some new idea and then they try it and then they what they would call fall off the wagon or go back to their old ways and then they're no better off than when they started. So those are my main clients who are one-on-one clients and then also in my academy.
Okay. You guys who are listening to this show today, it's real life here at the Shadid House. The lawnmowers are out there. So I apologize about that. Yeah, Tracy, you hit on something that I hear women tell me all the time. As a business coach, they say, I got this great new planner. Like that's going to solve the whole problem, right? Especially at the first of the year. Everybody goes and buys the best new planner.
Yes. And it's so true. We're always looking for something outside of ourselves that's going to be the magical answer to help us. Before I was a coach, I just helped people get organized. And that's where I think the magic combination is the mindset part of it alongside tools and practical steps that really make the difference. Once you believe it's possible that you can get organized, that you can continue in something, that you can make progress, then your actions change. As you know, like your thinking creates your feeling, which drives different actions. And so it's that combination, I think, that's having the biggest impact that I see that makes me just so believe in coaching and the combination of that with organizing.
Yeah, it would be interesting. You might know this number, but just how much time is lost during a work day where I wrote down ideas and time, how much time is lost. Or I always say, like, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of ideas never get implemented because somebody is so disorganized they didn't write it down or they can't find it.
Yes. And I don't know the number to that. I think that's so common. And even for organized people, I mean, even for us that would consider themselves organized, it still is keeping track of ideas. And that's where I almost like believing the idea that's meant to happen will be there, at just the right time. We don't have to worry about all the other things that are in the past. It's kind of freeing to think like that too.
So people would think that digital organizing, which I do want to talk to you about,
Hmm.
is like the way to solve and help your business success. But I want to talk to you about what you found out about people, since this is sort of this summer series outside of business, who spend the time to get their house organized, how that changes them, that changes their business.
Yes. So in my Organized Life Academy, we really constrain and we focus on one area. It's been of the house so far, each month. And so we're implementing the steps to organizing, and we're working on our mindset around it, and we're practicing. So we make a plan and then we implement and put it into practice. And so I think month after month, seeing the changes, and the women would even say it, the changes in their own confidence, in their skill level, in their ability to create a plan and organize stuff. I mean, it's so fun to see the change. And that's with us with anything. Like if we're going to learn how to play the piano or ride a bike. I mean, it just takes practice. And so having that plan in place to practice it is what I think we're seeing the biggest change in all of us.
I wonder if there's sort of like clutter lies. Like I always have for myself, I know the things about me that I need to have done. Like my bed has to be made, or if I come upstairs to go to my office, I'm thinking about the bed that's not made, or my dishes have to be done. So, or I'm thinking about that. And then there's some people who tell themselves that doesn't matter. And so I really wonder, like, what's the lie behind that? How distracted are they really over the fact that maybe their office is a disaster that they're sitting in and working in?
I think that it's a lot to do with their ability to not see things. And I think people have such a range. We work on minimum baseline, like what's our minimum baseline? So for you, it would be to have your bed made and have the dishes done. And if you
Mhm.
do that in the morning, you feel confident, you feel like you
Right.
have that done. A lot of people don't even notice that. And that's why it's interesting if you have kids to look at your kids. One person could be living in clothes laying all over their bedroom floor, and another kid would never leave anything on the floor because they just notice things like that. So I do think it's a little bit of that innate built-in part of the person, but I think the key comes to looking at your life and how it's being affected. Like, is it working? Is it causing problems in your life? Then you might want to work on it and change it. If it's not, I don't know. Sometimes I think, don't even worry about it. If your life's working. Now, it's if you notice that you are wasting time or, not reaching your goals, then for sure you'll want to look at it.
So that's the person who's beating themselves up for not being organized, who thinks they should be more organized.
Well, and that's where just recently I have had some conversations with someone about email. Like there's no rule that someone has to have an inbox zero. Someone could have 16,000 emails and be functioning and reaching their goals perfectly fine. They can use the search function, and I give them all the permission. Just be done. Like you're not going to work on getting your inbox down. Just leave it or delete it once a month, or just be the person who doesn't care about that. And one of the women were like, what? We can do that? We don't always have to try to, be feeling bad constantly because we have so many emails.
Oh my gosh, what we do to ourselves and trying to be like everyone else and the pressure we put on ourselves. Because you're right, for some people, it's no big deal to get your inbox to zero. And for other people, you look down on their phone and it says 23,000. You're like, what? Right. Oh my
Right.
gosh, right. Unnerving. That would be to me. I would be like, wow. So, what is the one thing that somebody can do when it comes to organizing? And my thing I want to work on is digital organizing. What's the one thing that they could do that would make the biggest impact as far as starting to organize?
Well, with digital organizing, I always like to think about, well, with anything, is constraining down to one thing. So a lot of people feel like they have all the areas of their house and their computer and everything that they need to work on. So just pick one thing. So if digital is your one thing that you're going to focus on, and we've even broken that down to our desktop or our email or our photos. And so we're picking one of those things to work on. And then the first step to organizing is always to sort. So if it's your, let's say your digital files, then
That would be
let's
me. I'll raise my hand. Go ahead and teach me something here.
yes. So the first step is just always to sort. And this is with stuff, it's on your computer, it's everywhere. And so what I like to do is put a folder that says business, a folder that says personal, and you could stop right there and just start sorting documents and photos and whatever else is on your desktop into personal and business. And then you can sort again. You can go into your business file and then sort into maybe it's brand or logo, maybe it's content, maybe it's education, purchased courses, and free courses. And then you break it down and you sort into those things. And then the second step is to purge. So then you'd go back through. Now you have all the stuff that you've gotten for free off the internet in one location. And so it's easy to purge then, to pick your favorite things and then to get rid of the rest of it.
Wow. So is this the power of one?
Well, the power of one is to have one system. So you're not going to have, a digital calendar and a paper calendar and a desk calendar. And let's just pick one system. Same with digital organizing. We're just going to have one format that we use. So for me, I use the Google Suite, which has Google Keep, Google Docs, and Google Sheets. And I just use that one thing. So every document I have is in there. Every, spreadsheet that I have would be in that one spot. My notes list is in Google Keep. So it's all just choosing one form of organizing and using that one thing, getting really good at it instead of having so many different programs and ideas and options to use.
Yeah, that's my problem. And I'm sure that some other people right now are saying, oh, yeah, I have, people have shared Dropbox with me. So I have Dropbox and I have 20 something years worth of business for myself of files on my computer. And now I take notes in Evernote, and I love Google Drive and Google Documents because you can share things back and forth. And I think that's a little bit of the problem is that like I have stuff, in the cloud, in Dropbox, in Google. You just mentioned notes. Like I use my notes app on my phone sometimes because it syncs with that. And I started using Evernote. So it's a lot of places and conceptually, you're right. It's a great idea to get it down to one, but that's why I have to work with you to get it down to one.
Yes. And just to start with, like pick that you're going to get rid of one of those things. Maybe you're just going to use Google Docs instead of Microsoft Word, and you're going to go in and go through those files. It could be something as simple as that to just slowly reduce it down. What do you love the most and what do you use the most, and kind of stick with that and start transferring everything into that location. And that's just helpful. It saves us time as we trying to remember where something is, because there's so many different places. So the power of one, it works with that. It could work with, one style of spatula. It could work with one belt or one favorite jacket, or, we don't want to be too extreme, but we can use the concept in all the different areas of our life.
Okay, so just a question about clothes. Do you believe in a capsule wardrobe or sort of like a certain color palette or that kind of thing to make things simple in your closet?
I have not gotten into it. I've wanted to, and then I try all my jeans on and I'm like, well, I mean, they all fit.
Right.
And they all like, I want that style and that style. And so I have not gotten into that. So our steps are to sort and then purge and then assign homes to things. And then the fourth step is to set limits, which is like the containerizing step where you would contain. And so setting the limit is what you do by using a drawer divider or using a basket or, having so much closet space. And so I kind of use that when my closet space is out, like I know that's the trigger to go through and get rid of some stuff. But I haven't gotten to the extreme. I'm really functionally organized. Like the definition of organizing is to know what you have and to be able to find it when you need it. So for me, I'm not color coded. I don't spend a ton on plastic organizing products and transfer every single thing in my kitchen into it so that it looks beautiful. Like I don't do that, but I know what I have and I can find it when I need it. That's my goal. So I'm pretty functional versus photo perfect.
That's such a relief too, because maybe it makes it almost too complicated or too big of a job when you think about like having all of your books organized by color, which is super cool, color and shape and size and whatever. But that's like if you have lots and lots of books, just that alone could feel overwhelming if you weren't careful.
Right. And what is the goal? I mean, our goal is to be organized enough so that we can have fun in our life, do what we want to do, spend time with our family and loved ones, and maybe reach some goals that we have. But other than that, let's not spend time overly focused on organizing.
Oh my gosh, I love the way you talk about this because you do take a lot of pressure off of the idea of like, I have to get fully organized. And you're just saying, like, you have to know what you have and know where it's at. And it seems like having the accountability piece for those of you guys who are feeling a little unorganized or who would just like to maybe have maybe a little bit more peace of mind. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like Tracy, tell us about how that would go if we were going to work with you. Tell us all the things about your business and how we can be helped by you.
Yeah, so I have three options to work with me. The first one's one-on-one. I have people, clients that one-on-one work with me just to have that intimacy, to have for us to really dig into what they're believing, what they're thinking, what's working in their house right now, or office, or business. And then we work together. I also have Organized Life Academy. And if you're a one-on-one client, you get the academy included. But some people just want to be in a community to learn the skill of organizing and the mindset piece of it, and then to move through their house and their life systematically. And so I have lots of women in there, and we work on one area each month. And then the third way, it's kind of a new way that I've been exploring, really excited about. My coach hired me to help her. And what we did is a 1 week Voxer. So she had a specific project. She had like 5 tubs that she was organizing and a lot of photos and books and stuff like that inside those tubs that had been sitting there that she'd been avoiding forever. So she picked a week and we Voxer coached, and I recommended product, and we kind of checked in every day with what she's working on. And she accomplished so much in that week. So if you maybe have something, maybe it's systems, maybe it's digital organizing or something, and you really want to focus on it and get it done, you can work with me for just like a week coaching like that too. So those are the 3 ways.
Wow. I mean, every time you mention something, it's like, oh yeah, I could do that too. I have those tubs in my closet with my daughter's, who is 28. I have her paintings from kindergarten in that tub. It's organized, it's in the tub, but yeah, at some point you want to be able to go through that kind of stuff yourself and downsize it. Okay, I have one last question I want to ask you about. So I know that you were always doing organizing and then you became a life coach.
Mhm.
And so talk to me about the life coach piece being added to your organizing business and what the shift was there.
Well, it's so interesting, and I tell people this because I organized in people's homes and offices from 2008 until like 2017. And I believed that if they didn't have me there, it wouldn't happen. And so then when I started coaching, and I did know that coaching would help. It was just so funny. I could tell in my belief, like, are they really going to be able to do it without me being there in person? And that's when I saw the evidence, like the mindset piece of it, helping people uncover the lies that they're believing about themselves and about their abilities and about what they can accomplish. And changing those things and learning mindset tools and mind management and that kind of thing, they made progress. I have one woman that just kind of stands out right now. She had avoided her storage room for 15 years. And only through, I never have been to her house, only through mindset, she has went through her entire storage room, lots of other areas of her house. And now she'd even say, like, what's the difference? If I asked her, she'd say, it's the mindset. It's me believing I can do it and, just uncovering all those lies that we believe. And she even gets excited about it. I mean, it is amazing. So I am 100% believe that people can do this and that I can help them just through coaching.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same reason why most of the people that listen to this podcast have had me as a business coach. And that was the piece of adding the mindset piece on. It's like I could teach them how to do all the marketing, how to write the copy, how to do the social media, all that. Then they would come to a brick wall and not be able to get it done. And until I knew how to sort of dig in there and find out what is really going on, you get past that hurdle and like you have freedom. You give them the tools, you help them with the mindset piece, and then there's no stopping them. They can get it done then.
Yes. And that is exactly the same thing. Like, I do believe that the practical steps that I teach people are in regards to organizing and tools, and I don't recommend a lot of products, but there are some things that, I know work and stuff. But yes, that's so true. It is exactly the same thing.
Ah, so much fun. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of this summer series. I'm
Yes.
excited. You guys get with Tracy. She's got a really fantastic membership. Is that what you call it, a membership?
Uh-huh.
Monthly
The
academy.
Academy. Yep. Organized
Yeah.
Life Academy. And I
Yeah.
also have a free quick start guide to get organized for life too. If someone wants that, I'll include the link for you to share too. They
Yes,
can get
please. Yeah.
7
Yeah. I would love
steps.
to do that. So, all right, you guys have an amazing summer. Get with Tracy and get yourself organized because I believe that if you can get some of the stuff that's got you distracted, cleaned up and cleared out, it just is going to give you space to enjoy your life so much better. And it's going to give you the space that you can grow your business with too. Really, when your mind is straight, you've just a lot, it fuels your business growth. So, anyway,
Yes.
yes, thanks for being here and have an amazing summer yourself.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, my friends, are you ready to get more clients? Let's go do it. Have an amazing week. And if you guys want that business assessment, I want to help you with your business. DebbieShadid.com/let's chat, LETSCHAT for a free business assessment. Until next time, bye-bye.